Hello YouTube and welcome back to the latest. We're back. We are back, baby. We are back for the PIDA Kanto Weekly Shows Season number 2. Now, if you're new around here and you don't know what this show is about, then it's just me going through all the games that happened in PIDA Kanto Division in Week 1. And I analyse all the games and then go over all the stats and whatnot and then blah, 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 blah. But that's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. So if you are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up with PIDA content on the channel. Now, as always, if any of you guys leave any comments of like constructive criticism, how to like improve the videos and whatnot, or what you guys want to see, let me know in the comment section down below. But we have fun facts. We also have some. Before I forget, we have some trades to talk about because we have some trades which were active Week 1. Which, if you caught the Kanto Power Rankings that went up, last week, if I do remember so correctly. Yes, it did. And the Fists of the North Sparse, coached by Jack, and the Boston Typhlosions, coached by David, made a trade. They traded Blissey for Rotom Heat, going each way, obviously. So those trades were active for Week 1, so that's the only trade that was active for Week 1. But let's jump straight into the game because there's now only 6 games to analyse rather than 8. So these videos should not be, as it was last season, about an hour long. They should be around 45 minutes, 40 minutes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they are that short. But I'm waffling at the start of the video, so excellent. But first game, we kick things off with 2 coaches who were in Kanto last season. We've got the Victoria Victinis, coached by Devil, who narrowly missed out on playoffs last season. Can they do that again and maybe get into the playoffs this season? Who knows? And he's battling the Boston Typhlosions, coached by David, who got replaced halfway through the season. So we haven't really known if he could actually make the playoffs because he took over a team which wasn't doing that great. But he got into like 6th, 7th place in the league, which is absolutely amazing. But David's a good battler, I know, so this game should be a close game. It's being a close game because it's the first game in the video. But the Victoria Victinis are rocking Arceus, which is a steel type. He's got Drapion, he's got Shaman Sky, he's got Incineroar, he's got Buzzwole, and he's got Xatu. Whereas the Boston Typhlosions are rocking the Lord himself, Durant, Gengar. I can't remember if he says, does he have Mega Gengar? I should know this. Is that Mega Gengar? Is that Mega Gengar? Is that Mega Gengar? That is Mega Gengar. We have confirmation that is Mega Gengar. He's got Primarina, Infernape, Tyranitar, and Excadrill. So, first thing I see is Tyranitar, Excadrill. Excadrill on the sand can put work against this team, especially when he's got Incineroar, which is weak to ground. He's got Drapion, which is weak to ground. And he's got Arceus Steel, which is weak to ground. Also, he's got Tyranitar for likes of the Shaman and the Xatu, which is amazing. The only thing that can really stop that Tyranitar Excadrill core is that Buzzwole. So that Buzzwole needs to stay around to deal with the Tyranitar Excadrill problem on the team. And he's also got the bulky Primarina. He's got the Infernape, which can deal with the Shaman and the Buzzwole easily. He's got Primarina as well. Possibly just for the Incineroar on the team. He's got Mega Gengar, which is always a threat. Obviously, this series is also going to help me learn about Ubers because I have no idea about any of the Ubers right now. I have no idea about any of the Ubers, so it's going to be a coach for me. So further down the weeks, I should know more about the Ubers. But he's got Durant, which is obviously the best Uber because it's going to be Scarf Guillotine again, like it was for the Hungry Big Boys last season. And for the Victoria Victinis, he's got Drapion, which can put work, especially against the Mega Gengar. Arceus Steel. It can potentially put a defensive threat on the team. Shaman Sky obviously can deal with the Primarina really well. And possibly the Tyranitar as well. But it needs to OHKO with C-Flare. And with Tyranitar being a especially bulky boy with stand-up, that could be an issue. He's got Intimidate Incineroar to try and shut down the Excadrill. He's also got bulky Buzzwole and he's got Xatu to like hazard removal and whatnot. So let's just jump into this game and see how things go. So he leads with his Arceus versus the Mega Gengar. So he switches out straight to his Drapion. As you know, he's going to be trapped in because of Shadow Tag, that's the word. Shadow Tag is the word. But the Drapion reveals Pursuit as he tried to switch out. And Mega Gengar's down turn 1. And it's like, okay, that's a big threat gone already. That is a big threat gone already. Mega Gengar's gone like that, which is fantastic start for the Victoria Victinis here. So he goes for Sparking Arrogance to Xatu, knocks this thing clean out, and it's like, oh my god. It's what, turn 3? And we've had 2 knockouts already. That Primarina is specs, my boo. Because Xatu is a bulky boy. So that had to be specs. That had to be specs. But out comes the Shaman. Goes out into Durant. He knows this. So he goes for Air Slash. Durant lives on 4%. Has an eject button and goes straight into Inferno. And it's like, okay, interesting bring there. But he goes out into Inferno. Gets into him that drop off. Incineroar still barely lives to close combat, even at -1. So he goes for close combat again. Down goes Incineroar. And now out comes the Shaman Sky as it switches out into Durant. Sack this thing off. Goes for Earth Power. Goodbye, Durant. Very unfortunate there. Out comes Tyranitar as it goes, switch out straight into Buzzwole. There's the Stealth Rocks. Sandstorm just buffering this man alive. Out comes the Primarina. There's a Drain Punch predicted. Gets a crit and does 39%, which is absolutely insane. And then out comes the Arceus Steel, predicting the Water type or the Fairy type move. Most likely the Fairy type move, but goes for the Water type move. Does solid amount of damage, 49%. Arceus goes to recover. He can just stall out this thing. Stall out the Sand turns to try and chip it down. Out comes Drapion, predicting another Sparkling Aria. Does 80%. This man is scarfed. I don't know why he switched out there. Maybe he thought he'd switch out into... I don't know why he switched out from Arceus to... Maybe he thought Infernape was going to come in. But I'm still unsure why he switched out there. If you watch, you're probably watching this and you can tell me why. But if he expected Infernape, that's fine. But Fluffy goes for Earthquake, predicting the Primarina switch out. And he dies to Earthquake to Sandstorm anyway. So now 3v3, so it's a very close game to say the least. There's the Buzzwole. Infernape's here. Goes for the U-turn. Probably switching out straight into his Tyranitar. Very interesting play as it goes for Earthquake. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Then goes for Earthquake again. Knocks out the Tyranitar. And it's like, okay, yep. Beast Boost for the Buzzwole. And things looking very good for the Victoria Victini. So down goes the Primarina, gets a +2 attack boost. And out comes the Infernape and is thinking, okay, this is going to be... Oh, it's Flare Bits. There we go. Down goes the... Down goes the Buzzwole. Goes Flare Bits again. Knocks out the Arceus. Down goes the Arceus. Out comes Shaman Sky, who does not outspeed it. And goes for 5 Flare Blitz and knocks that thing out. And that is a 1-0 victory for the Boston Typhlosions in their Week 1 game. Now, MP would definitely Infernape getting that late game sweep there because... all his last months were weak to fire with Buzzwole, Arceus and Shaman. So it was a good thing for the David there to save his fire type for the end of the game because that put in the most finest work once the Drapion. And pretty much Infernape just wrecked this team because Arceus weak to fire. Drapion doesn't appreciate a close combat. Shaman's weak to fire. Incineroar's weak to fighting, you're weak to fire. So as soon as Xatu and Drapion were out of the way, this boy could have fun times. Just have fun times. So as GG to the Boston Typhlosions there. Hopefully the Victoria Victini can bounce back next week because they finished. I think they really want to get playoffs this season because they missed out just by the skin of their teeth last season. So it's always hope. It's going to be a close league this season. I do believe so. It's going to be interesting. Going to be a lot of upsets and whatnot this season. So. I really want to look forward. I really want to see that. But let's move on to our second game where we have the champion of last season, the Black Sea Curums, versus the newly promoted Galatasaray, coached by Dix. Now, the Black Sea Curums are rocking Blaziken, Salamence, Mega Salamence, Mew, Magearna, Crobat, and Victini. Obviously, Magearna is his franchise mon, which after this season there is no franchise mon ever again because. Now there's Ubers involved, you can't exactly go, I want to keep Rayquaza forever. And you're like, no, you can't have this. No. Speaking of Rayquaza, the Galatasaray are rocking Glalie Mega because now you don't have to Mega Evolve turn 1, but you have to hold the Glalie. So Moody's back for the Galatasarays. He's got Rayquaza, Xerneas, Venomoth, Solgaleo, and Latias. So the Black Sea Curums have only bought 2 of their Ubers. Or 3 of their Ubers technically, because Victini did move up into Ubers, I do so believe. And obviously Rayquaza, Solgaleo, and Xerneas are right there. And things are going to be interesting, because Venomoth could obviously Spore Quiver-Dance. I think does Venomoth get Baton Pass? If that man gets a Baton Pass Quiver-Dance on Venomoth into the likes of the Rayquaza, game over, my friend. Moody Glalie is going to be a problem. Xerneas gets Geomancy, obviously, so that's going to be broken. Solgaleo, I'm not sure about what Solgaleo does, so I have to wait and see. Latias, obviously, can put in the work as well, so... But he's obviously got Z-Celebrate on this side of Victini. He's got Mega Salamence. He's got Speed Boost in Blaziken with Baton Pass. So he's Baton Pass out into a Mega Salamence. And the Xerneas is gone. Win-win. Mew's obviously there for default shenanigans. Crobat's there for probably, you know, Venomoth probably. Magina's just there for being a Magina. So let's jump to the game and see how this one pans out. So he leads with his Victini versus his Glalie. Outcome, Glalie goes straight into a Latias, being a Fire-type move, goes for the blue flare, does nothing to this Latias. Goes for the Flame Charge to get some speed boost up on his Victini. As he goes for Thunder Wave, so negating that +1 speed boost right there. Goes for Roost. Keep going for Flame Charge, so this Victini's pricing up the... so he goes for Glaciate, does nothing, so this obviously must be a bulkier Latias. So out comes the Mew versus the Latias as it keeps going for Roost and just trying to stall out the Victini. So he goes for Calm Minds on his Mew as he goes for Thunder Wave again. Misses the Thunder Wave, which is very unfortunate, but keeps going for Calm Minds. I don't know why he's trying to Thunder Wave it, because he has Synchronized and you just Thunder Wave you back. I'm not sure why he did that, but out comes Solgaleo. He keeps spamming Calm Minds, so this Mew's now +3/+3. Goes for the knockoff. Knocks off this Mew's leftovers. As he goes for the Shadow Ball, does 50% to Solgaleo. So Solgaleo must be a bulky boy. Goes for Morning Sun and can just, you know, try and stall out, but this Mew has Roost. So he goes for Sunsteel Strike. Does 70% to this Mew, which is very unfortunate. So this Mew's now +3/+3. Or +4/+4, should I say. Goes for another Sunsteel Strike as he goes for Roost. So this Mew's just going to sit here as he keeps spamming Sunsteel Strike and is going, okay. He's just getting his Calm Mind boost. He's not getting paralysed. Things are going to be bad news if this Mew stays around at +5/+5. So this Mew keeps coming for Roost because the Solgaleo can do nothing to it. I don't understand what you're doing. You're waiting for the paralysis. There's the paralysis. There's your paralysis. Sunsteel Strike again. Lives on 20%. Gets a Roost. Back up 72. And it's like, okay, we're just stuck in the cycle right now. We're just stuck in the cycle. You're fishing for paras. It's what you're doing. You're fishing for paralysis. It's going to end one day. Goes for Roost. Back up to full health. Just going to keep spamming knockoff. Does nothing. Does the full paralysis. There's a knockoff. I think he's at Sunsteel Strikes at this point. Yeah, he's used all his Sunsteel Strike. That's how long we've been here, just watching this Mew stall out. Oh my god. He ran out of Sunsteel Strikes. Are you kidding me? There's a knockoff. He's just going to keep stalling out this Solgaleo. We're going to be... There's a paralysis. There's a knockoff. Are you going to get double paralysis? Nope. There's the Roost. Back up to 60. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Back up to full health. There we go. There's the knockoff to 26%. Just Shadow Ball it. Goodbye. Solgaleo lives. It's maxed. Oh, Appa-Papa-Berry. There's a knockoff again. He goes for Shadow Ball. Knocks out the Solgaleo. And crit did not matter because Miss Mew is now at max special attack, max special defense, as his Glalie goes for substitute. There's a paralysis, and Mega Glalie's now setting up his Moody's, and I'm thinking, okay then, out comes Magina. So, as he goes for double team, and I'm thinking, okay, right, okay. This Mega Glalie's going to go for Earthquake. Very interesting, as he goes for Heart Swap. Stealing those stat boosts. Yes. That's how you stop a Mega Glalie. That's how you stop a Mega Glalie in PIDA. You do that. Excellent. There's the accuracy boost, there's the attack drop, so Earthquake's not going to kill this thing now. So it Mega Evolves, misses the Flash Cannon because the evasion boost as it goes for Explosion, and Magina goes down. And I'm thinking, right, why did you click Explosion? I don't know, but maybe that's Mega Gladys set for the season to just blow up. It's just, you know, that's just how it goes. It's just going to happen how it goes. So that's a good tech by the Black Sea Cubans there to deal with the Mega Glalie, just using Heart Swap and stealing all of its stat boost when you want it to. So out comes Rayquaza versus a Crobat. So it's a battle of the Burbs, on the flying type, should I say. Out comes the Mew, probably going to sack this thing off as Rayquaza goes for Z-Celebrate. Now, I did not realise that Rayquaza gets Z-Celebrate, and I'm thinking, oh my god. As it goes for Dragon Ascent, knocks out this Mew, and I'm thinking, okay. Why does this boy, Rayquaza, get Z-Celebrate? So he goes out to Salamence as he goes out into his Blaziken, knocks out KFC to get all the attack drops. So he goes out to his Crobat again as he goes for Dragon Ascent, lives on 25%. So it's got no defense right now as it goes for Haze. Gives all that Z Celebrate. Nice and done. Go to extreme speed. Down goes the Crobat. And it's looking very bad for Black Sea Current right now because Rayquaza is actually putting in the work. So it Mega Evolves and goes for the Dragon Dance. As it goes for Dragon Scent, it knows it can live because it's a -1 attack and probably a bulky Mega Salamence. It goes for extreme speed, does 19%. There's the Roost. We've got Roost Shenanigans back again. So he keeps going for Dragon Dance because he knows he can live any Dragon Ascent from this thing. Is he fishing for crits at this point? Because why didn't you just go out into your Xerneas? I'm surprised we've not gone out to Xerneas right now. Why have you not gone out to Xerneas yet? Go out to Xerneas on a Roost turn and then switch back in because he can't risk just going for the Dragon type move. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. So you go to Dragon Claw. This Mega Salamence is at +2/+2. It's going to sweep. It literally. Why do you go to return? There's the Sash on the Venomoth as it goes for the Sleep Powder and misses the Sleep Powder. This is why you have a goddamn Spore Mon and not Sleep Powder Mon because they don't freaking miss. Out comes a Paralyzed Latias as he goes for Dragon Claw. Goodbye Latias, goodbye. Then Xerneas comes out and is thinking, why do you not go into this in the first place? So he goes to return, knocks out this Xerneas, and I'm thinking, GG to the Black Sea Cums there. The Sleep Powder miss was very crucial, but the power fishing, the moody fishing, and all that fishing. The Galatasaray I love fishing. That's what I'm saying. They love fishing. But GG to the Black Sea Cums there. Mega Salamence putting in the GOAT tier right now. So obviously the Ubers are paying dividend because that Rayquaza put in the work. Solgaleo kind of putting work, but not really. Yeah. The Ubers are going to have a fun time this season, and if they don't buck their ideas up, they'll be in Tier 1, and then Johto buddies like me will be able to use them next season, which is absolutely amazeballs. But that is our second game over and done with. Now we move on to our third game, where we have Sean, coach of the Sinnoh Starlets, who finished, got to the semi-finals last season, versus the Chicago Grambles, coached by Austin, who gained promotion from Johto last season. So it'll be a very interesting game to see the old Kanto blood playing the new Kanto blood. So we'll see how this thing goes. But the Sinnoh Stars are rocking Rabombi, Kieran Black, Blaziken. I think it's Mega Blaziken. He's got regular Mewtwo, he's got Porygon 2, and he's got Mega Lati. And the Chicago Grambles are rocking Greninja, Necrozma Duskmane, Toxapex, Landorus Firion, Giratina, and Mian Xiao. Now, obviously, on the Sean's team, he's rocking double Mega on the Mega Blaziken and the Mega Latias. So in the game, he can decide which one he wants to Mega out when he wants to, but the other one will just have to remain non-Mega'd and just hold the Mega Stone. So good tune for that. Giratina's the walls. Giratina Toxapex core is disgusting. It's disgusting because what? Giratina's only weak to Toxapex only weak to what? Psychic and Ground. And I'm pretty sure Psychic. Sean doesn't have a Ground type, and his only Psychic type is a Mewtwo. And that Giratina probably can deal with that Mewtwo. So that's going to be a problem. Duskmane, Necrozma, I'm not sure what that thing does, because, as again, I don't know about Ubers that much. Mewtwo, I don't really know about that either. Mega Blaziken, I know what Mega Blaziken does, because it does the same thing as normal Blaziken, but it just has a higher attack stat and higher speed, so I can put in the work. He's got Bulky Duck. And the Sinnoh Starts have brought the only, I think, one of two web users in Kanto available. I think it's Rabombi and I can't remember the other one. What's the other one? I can't remember. If you guys know, let me know down in the comment section down below. But I think Rabombi is one of two. But someone will bring it in one of the later games. I'll go, oh yeah, that one. But anyway, so let's jump to this game and see how this thing goes. So Sean needs to Rabombi versus Landorus Firion. As Landorus goes for U-turn, goes straight into his Necrozma Duskmane. As there goes for turn 1 Sticky Webs. Out comes the Porygon 2 versus the Necrozma as it copies the Prism Armor. As it goes for Sunsteel Strike, it does 31% as his Duck. So out comes Mian Xiao. It gets the -1 from the speed as it goes for Recover. So goes for Knockoff, knocks off this Porygon 2's Eviolite. As it goes for Thunder Wave to try to push Mian Xiao down even further. But out comes Rabombi as it goes for High Jump Kick. Still does a lot. It's a reckless Mian Xiao, to say the least. As it goes for Quiver Dancers. Not expecting him to stay in, but he just goes for Knockoff. And knocks out the Rabombi. And I'm thinking, right. He probably thought, okay, you're a Mian Xiao. You've got -1 speed. You're paralyzed. A Moonblast / Dazzling Gleam is coming your way. You're going to be knocked out by it. and thinking, okay, I'll get a free quiver dance up. Now it's fine. But Mian Xiao stays in, just goes for knockoff, and I'm thinking, right, maybe he calced it so he could live one, possibly. I'm not sure, but hey, it paid off. The Rabombi's gone, but out comes Landorus versus the KFC kicking chicken. So basically goes for substitute, gets a speed boost, gets the protect off to try and get all the speed boosts to get the +2 versus this Landorus. As it goes for bulk up, trying to set up sweep against this Landorus. There's the earthquake, breaks the sub even with +1 defense. As it goes for Bat and Power straight into his Q and Black, which is very scary at this speed and this defense, but it goes for the Earthquake. Still does 34% to his Q and Black. Out comes Toxapex. Doesn't matter, Speaker doesn't have any in the first place. There's the Ice Beam. Still does 25% to a Toxapex, which is absolutely insane because Q and Black is a monster. Out comes the Landorus Furion. Gets the -1 attack drop. As it goes for Earth Power. Is immune. And it's just switching out between the two, trying to play the games, the mind games. The actual mind games of this Q and Black could obviously Life Orb, so goes for the Earth Power, decides to stay in this time. As he goes to recover. And you're probably going to go for Ice Beam right now. About comes Mian Xiao to probably sack this thing off, I would imagine. But he just goes for Roost and go, okay. Excellent. There's the Ice Beam. Goodbye, Mian Xiao. Mian Xiao goes down. Q and Black. Out comes the Toxapex again. As he goes for Earth Power. Does 75% to his Toxapex. Gets a special defense drop. As it goes for Haze. There we go. The Haze monster. Haze is the move. Haze is the move. There's the Ice Beam. Down goes the Toxapex. And now Necrozma Duskmane is here. It is here. Out comes the Blaziken, predicting a Sunsteel Strike, which it does go for. Which does 39% to his KFC kicking. But out comes Landorus to get the Intimidate drop off on this Blaziken. But there's a substitute. There's a speed boost. Out comes Giratina, probably predicting a fire type or fighting type move, I would imagine. But there goes the pressure. Bulk up's back. So he's trying to set up again for probably the Latias or the Mewtwo or something. But Vampires out straight into his Q and Black again. As the Giratina goes for the Roar. Very good bring there to try and gain back the set up pressure by this team. Because obviously Blaziken's right there with Speed Boost Vampires. So probably the main reason he brought it, I would imagine. But it's a good bring. So I imagine more teams in the future are going to run Haze and Roar and stuff. Just to combat that. So the days of setup sweeping could be over because Haze, Roar could just be the things that happen. So there's a Will-O-Wisp from the Giratina and the Toxic in return. So out comes Necrozma Duskmane. Gets a speed drop. There's the Thunder Wave. Paralysing this Necrozma. And this Duck is just being a naughty boy. There's the foul play. As it goes for the Sunsteel Strike. Does 46% because obviously Evilite is gone right now. But goes for Thunder Wave again, predicting him to switch out, and he doesn't. But there's the full paralysis. So it goes for foul play again. To 20% to this Necrozma as it goes for Sunsteel Strike. Knocking out this Duck. And now it's 4v4. Out comes the Q and Black. As it goes for the Earth Power. Knocks out the Necrozma Duskmane. And this Q and Black is actually putting in the work right now. It's actually putting in the work. But out comes the Landorus again. As it goes down to Blaziken. Predicting it just to sack this thing off. Because Q and Black is needed for probably the Giratina late game. But out comes there's the Giratina versus the Latias. We switch out straight into Mewtwo. I think is very I was a double switch, but Mewtwo goes for the Never-Ending Nightmare on this Giratina. Does nothing to Giratina because Giratina is, like I said before, a freaking wall. That is a Z Shadow Ball most likely from a Mewtwo. That did nothing. He just swallowed that. It swallowed that. Because Giratina's going to eat hits for days, my boy. For days, my boy. For days. That's insane, man. That is insane. But out comes the Q and Black. Out comes the Q and Black. So it goes for the U-turn. And to his Greninja. Predicting probably an Ice-type move. But there's the Dark Pulse outspeeds. Goodbye. There's the Ash Battle Bond Greninja. Even at -1 speed, it outspeeds this Mega Latias. There's the Dark Pulse. Gets the +1 Calm Mind up. Goes for Dark Pulse. Didn't realise that it was probably Choice Scarf to outspeed that. Because it's -1 speed. So it had to have been Choice Scarf to outspeed Mega Latias. For sure. Because Mega Latias is what, 130? And I think Ash Greninja is like 135, I want to say. So at -1 it was not outspeeding whatsoever. So this thing had to have been Choice Scarf. Which means the newbies of the Chicago Grand Bulls have picked up the W. Versus the semi-finalists last season in the Sinnoh Starlets. So Not a great start to the Silence, but hopefully they can bounce back and pick up some more W's later in the season. So that is a halfway point of the video. So let's jump into game number 4, where we have once again a old veteran in Kanto versus a new one from Johto. We have the Hungry Bidoof and the Hungry Big Boys, coached by obviously the Hungry Bidoof, versus the Fifth of the North Sparse, coached by Jack, who won Johto last season. So should be a kind of close game, I want to say, but obviously the Bidoofs, the Hungry Big Boys memed last season, so they haven't this season because they have Mega Mewtwo X. I think, do they have X? 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 They do have X. Excellent. They have Zygarde 100%. They've got Chansey, Vivian, Hooper Unbound, and Whimsicott. So there's no monotype teams here. There's nothing like that. It's just going to be, oh my god, this seems scary. Versus the Fist of North Sparta rocking Nidoking, Mega Mewtwo Y, so Battle of Mewtwo's, Marshadow, Klefki, Vaporeon, and Kyurem White. So obviously Marshadow is a big threat because Marshadow is just a fantastic mod. Obviously nothing's banned, but barring Seismic Toss and Mega Kangaskhan, but we won't talk about that. But Battle of the Mewtwo's, Klefki could be a pain, Vaporeon could be a bulky pain, Chansey's a bulky boy, Vivian's got Spore, Hooper Unbound, can put in the work as well, if it's like a Choice Scarf set. So this game is going to be very interesting. It's going to be interesting, okay? Let's jump in this game and see how things turn out. So it leaves Mewtwo v Mewtwo. It's Mewtwo v Mewtwo, Mewtwo v Mewtwo, Mega evolves into X, Mega evolves into Y, as Y goes for Substitute, X goes for the Drain Punch, which I don't understand why he went for Drain Punch there. I'm unsure. So this Mewtwo goes for Psystrike as it goes for Zen Headbutt. Obviously, this one's neutral to Psychic, but that one's resisted to Psychic. I'm unsure why he kept that in, if I'm being totally honest. I probably would have went out into Chansey, but I'm not sure why, but let's go with it, I guess. But there comes the Chansey now, as he goes down to a Nidoking. There's the Seismic Toss on the Chansey, doing 32% to this Columbus. Out comes the Vivian, probably taking a ground type move. But again, it goes to Stealth Rocks. Out comes the Klefki, as it goes for Sleep Powder. And it's immune because of, what's it immune to? Safety Goggles Klefki. Is that my first round? That might be my second. I can't remember. I should have clapped the Haze Raw shenanigans. But, yeah. Safety Goggles is obviously a good bring in this league because Sleep Claws is not a thing. So, yeah. So the Vivian's behind the Substitute as it goes for Play Rough. As the Klefki goes for Prankster Thunder Waves. There's a Hurricane. Does 20% to the Klefki because Klefki's a monster. Stacks up all the spikes. It just keeps going for Hurricanes and Hurricanes and Hurricanes. Setting up all the hazards as it just whittling this Klefki down with Hurricanes. And there's a Confusion as it goes for Play Rough. Does 55% to his Vivian. Goes for Confusion, gets the full Paralyze, and all the hazards are up for the Fist of North Sparse. Lives on 5%, gets breaks out Confusion, out comes Whimsicott, who probably has Pranks and Defog, if I'm not going to lie. But he just goes for Substitute, and I'm thinking, okay. Doesn't break the sub because Whimsicott, it obviously does it resist? It doesn't. But it goes for Double Team behind the sub into the Whimsicott, and I'm thinking, okay, Evasion is back, baby. Evasion is back. The Whimsicott goes for Substitute. Misses because of the sub to Prankster v Prankster. There's the Leech Seed as it goes for Play Rough. Doesn't break the sub. Gets a little chip off from the Whimsicott. And now Nidoking's here as it goes for Leech Seed, trying to evade the Sludge Waves. Misses the Sludge Wave because of the evasion boost. So evasion spamming is happening with Leech Seed stalling. There's more double teams coming from this Whimsicott. It misses, and this Whimsicott is going to do the most right now because it's behind the sub with 3 double teams up now with Leech Seed. Misses Sludge Wave again. So it needs to land the Sludge Wave twice to be able to kill this Whimsicott. And now it's at plus a lot. Misses again. It's crazy. This Whimsicott's putting in the work, my friend. There's more double teams. It's back up to nearly full. There's the Sludge Wave. It lands. And Nidoking barely lives about. But puts the sub back up again. Because obviously the Whimsicott gets pranked. So you can just put that sub backing up again straight away. So, there we go. There's the Leech Seed on the Marshadow. There's the Spectral Thief. Ooh, if he got the Spectral Thief there. Ooh. Ooh, he still all those evasion boosts? My god. My guy. My guy. Just land it and you get all the evasion boosts known to man. You get all the evasion boosts known to man. Goes for Tailwind. Just in case he needs to with Hooper Unbound and whatnot late game. But there's Elite Seed, doesn't do anything. There's the Spectral Thief. Misses it. This is why you need a Haze Mon, my friend. This is why you need a Haze Mon. This is why you need a Haze Mon, people. There we go. And the Marshal is now at max evasion with this Whimsicott setting them back up again as it goes for Spectral Thief, loses the boost. And now it's just going to keep going for Spectral Thief, which apparently goes through Substitute. Wait, what? Why does it go through Substitute? Why does Spectral Thief go through... Why does Spectral Thief go through Substitute? Does it go... It goes through Substitute. I'm lost right now. Why? Why does it go through Substitute? Why? Why? But... Good switching to go to Vaporeon, go for the Wish, and go straight back into Marshadow again. Out comes the Cube White when it's only at +1 evasion. Goes for double team, it's now +2 evasion. I think White just goes for the... there's Elite Seed again. There's the Ice Beam, breaking that sub to Toot. And now out comes the Vaporeon as it goes predicting the sub again. So this Whimsicott's going to be a problem, I can tell, for late game, for other games this season. So... do your research and watch this video. That's how you deal with this Whimsicott. So out comes Mega Mewtwo Y as it goes for more double teams, back up to +3 evasion. And it's now max hit points on this Mega Mewtwo Y. Misses the Ice Beam, which is very unfortunate. Elite Seed damage is rocking up. There's Elite Seed again. Ice Beam breaks the Substitute on this Whimsicott. Can the Fizz Northpass deal with this Whimsicott? Find out next time on this Kanto Weekly show. Lands 2 Ice Beams in a row. So, this Whimsicott is just going to sit here and put up substitutes as it keeps breaking. There's the Side Strike, breaks the Substitute. And now, he just, out comes Vaporeon predicting the Substitute, which it does go for. It's probably going to go for Wish right now. And it's going to probably try and PP stall this Whimsicott, because it's got 13 double teams left, only 5 Elite Seeds left. So once the Elite Seeds are gone, this thing can't really do anything right now. So it goes for Elite Seed, back up to full health. And now, because once the Elite Seed PP is run out, he cannot recover any health. So that's a win-win in my book. So he's going to keep switching out. He's going to keep switching out, PP stalling, the Elite Seeds down to 0. I see what you're doing here, Jack. I see what you're doing here. Q White comes out. There's more Tailwinds and whatnot. He's going to try and PP stall out because he has to Elite Seed right now. There's the Ice Beam miss, which is very unfortunate. So out he goes again, back into his Vaporeon. There goes the Elite Seed. Just going to keep PP stalling right now. Just PP stalling because there's 1 Elite Seed left. That was the last Elite Seed. So now this Whimsicott can't touch anything. It cannot touch any Mon because it has no more attacking moves left. But it's going to keep going. There we go. Out comes Q White. All it needs to do now is land two Ice Beams in a row, and this Whimsicott's gone. This Whimsicott is gone. Out comes Mega Mewtwo Y, keeps spamming double team. Tailwind is gone. Out comes Q White. I don't understand why the switching is still going on, to be honest. There's Tailwind. Out comes... Wait. Why did you switch out? Why did the Whimsicott switch out? I would have just stayed in and just kept PP stalling until it killed me because I can't attack with it anymore. Unless you want to save for Tailwind, that's the only reason why I would switch out. I'm lost. I'm perplexed. There's a Marshadow on my screen as his chance is going for minimizers, and I'm thinking, more evasion boosting shenanigans. This is why you need Haze on something. This is why you need to bring Haze. But lands the Toxic on the Marshadow. On the Marshadow or the Chansey. So the Chansey going to not appreciate all this Toxic stalling. But there's the Wish. There's the Toxic. Both Mons Toxic. Out comes Mega Mewtwo Y as it goes for Toxic. Just going to poison the world. Chansey's just going to poison the world. It really is. There's a Side Strike miss as it goes for Soft Boiled. Back up to full health. And now Yeah, this is a long one, folks. This is definitely a long one. Falcons Vaporeon, out comes Hooper Unbound. Hooper is now going to go for probably something. There's a Kume White. Obviously going to move something, obviously. So it goes for Dark Pulse. There's a lot of Kume White. Out comes Whimsicott, hasn't revealed it's got Signal Beam. Does 41% to this thing. Probably going to click Tailwind, which is absolutely amazing. There's a Signal Beam. Click the Tailwind, so now Hooper Unbound can now outspeed the Kume White. But he switch down to his Vaporeon as he goes for Dark Pulse. Does 70% to Vaporeon, which is insane. That's insane, my boy. That is insane. But he's going for Protect to sort out the Tailwind turns. Which is a very smart move there by the Fifth North Sparse. There's a Dark Pulse. Goodbye Vaporeon, which is very unfortunate. But now Tailwind's gone. Out comes the Mars Shadow. Goes for Spectral Thief. Knocks out this Hooper Unbound. And goodbye Dew. Out comes the Chatsy, who doesn't outspeed the Mars Shadow as he goes for Close Combat, knocks this thing out. And now all that's left is a Zigguard. It's a 100 complete Zigguard. So Zigguard comes out, takes damage from the hazards. Out comes Mega Mewtwo Y as he goes for Outrage. Knocks out this, just like that. Knocks this thing out. So he goes for Ice Beam and knocks out Kume White. And yeah, that's GG to the Fist of North Sparse there. That's back-to-back now. A Johto coach has defeated a Kanto coach. So I know this is going to be very close this season for 100%. I have a sneaking suspicion if that Zygarde was scarfed, this game would have ended differently because the Zygarde would have outsped you, it would have outsped the Mars Shadow, and it would have OHKO'd with Outrage. 100%. 100%. So that's my thoughts on it. Obviously, the evasion spam from the Whimsicott and the evasion spam from the Chansey, the Fizz of North Sparse dealt with really well by poisoning it and just sorting it out with its only attack move being Leech Seed. So bring Haze or Raw if you're in Kanto, because that seems to be what most people are bringing, with evasion spamming and setup spamming. Both of those, Haze and Raw, just win the game. Just win the game for you. So bring that if you're watching this and you're in Kanto, suggesting you bring those moves. But we move on to our 7th game, where we have the Greninja, Grand Pro Greninja coached by Greninja versus the Honolulu Holuchas coached by Kyle. Now, once again, Johto versus Kanto again, so things are looking good. Obviously, the Greninjas are rocking Kyogre, Mega Metagross. I think it's Mega. Is it Mega Metagross? Is it Mega Metagross? It is Mega Metagross. He's got Tornadus. He's got Zigguard, 50%. He's got Slowbro, which is his another Mega, and he's got Snorlax. He's got double Mega. I'd probably say he's going to Mega his I'd probably Mega Metagross, because the only thing that can really touch it is the Reshiram, which he has a Kyogre for. So you're probably going to Mega Evolve that, because Mega Slowbro doesn't appreciate the Rotom Wash. Well, to be fair, I can Mega Evolve both, but I'd personally Mega Evolve the Mega Metagross. But that's by the by. The Honolulu Holuchas are rocking Rotom Wash, Reshiram, Slurpuff. That's the other sticky web user, Slurpuff. I knew it. I knew I'd remember. Knew it. He's got Mega Marwell. He's got Gliscor, and he's got Hitmonlee. So Kyogre's going to be a problem with obviously Drizzle to shut down the Reshiram, but it's going to help the Rotom Wash out, because if it's rocking Thunder, predicted Kyogre, win-win, chicken dinner. Boosting the Hydro Pumps as well. Obviously, it's a hindrance as well, because his Mega doesn't have any Fire-type moves. So if he brought a Fire-type deal with the Mega Marwell, then that could be an issue. But he's got Zigguard. Is Zigguard really a Mega Marwell counter? I don't know. We'll just have to jump in and see, won't we? Jump in and see. These are Tornadus versus Rotom Wash. Out comes the Snorlax as it goes for Volt Switch. Does 13% to the Snorlax. Out comes Hitmonlee versus Snorlax. Out comes the Mega Slowbro, particularly the fighting type move. It just goes for Fake Out. And there's the, was that normal gem? And he wasted his Unburden just like that. Wasting Unburden when you could have saved it. And once the Metagross and the Slowbro and the Thunderous were dead, well, to be fair, once the two Megas are out of the way, you could potentially just outspeed this entire team and click high jump kick / Stone Edge if you had it, and win the game with your Unburdened. But you wasted it like turn 1. Turn 2, you wasted your Unburden. Not good. Not good indeed. Not good indeed, because I love my Unburdened Mons. I like my Holucha. I like my Hitmonlee. And it didn't work out, did it? No. But No. Batman's now behind a substitute. As he goes for Toxic against the Gliscor. As he goes for Rock Polish. Very interesting to see what's panning out right now. But there's the Ice Beam from the Slowbro breaking out that sub. As he goes for substitute again. Just trying to, you know... I don't know why he's just sub-stalling right now. But he goes to the Band Pass. Out into his Mega Marwile, which is now +2 speed. There's the Ice Beam, which does nothing. This thing's not Intimidate, which is very interesting. Goes for the Thunder Punch. Just not a lot to Slowbro as he goes for Scald. Just 43%. Doesn't get the burn, but out comes Snorlax predicting a Thunder Punch, which is 38%, but does get the paralysis. But there's the Iappa Berry. There's the Ironhead flinches, Ironhead power flinches. Appling from a Mega Marwile. Ironhead power flinching. It's a thing. There's the Slowbro, does 54% with Thunder Punch. He gets a paralysis again. There's the Scald. Goodbye Mega Marwile. And yeah, out comes Reshiram to say, haha, I'm here. Out comes Kyogre, which basically shuts this thing down. There's the Blue Flare, which does nothing to Kyogre. It does nothing. Absolutely nothing. So this Kyogre just shuts down Reshiram. Then Karg starts going for Card Mines. I'm thinking, okay, that's very interesting. There's a Fake Out. We've not unburned and boosted anymore, so it's not as good as it was before, but out comes Rotom Wash as it goes for Scald. Does 38%. Gets the burn, which is very unfortunate, but it could be fair, it could be worse, because Rotom Wash is not a physical attacker. But Kyogre goes for Substitute as it goes for the Z. Gigavolt Havoc, which just pretty much just breaks the sub, and Rain's gone, and it goes for Thunder, still lands it, gives them 4% as it goes for Pain Split. Now it's revealed Thunder, which is very interesting by this Kyogre. It gets more Calm Minds, predicting a Volt Switch or Pain Split, or predicting a Pain Split, should I say, goes for another Calm Mind. And then at this point goes for Thunder, lands it again. This man lands 2 Thunders in a row. 2 Thunders in a row, not in rain. Mad. Mad. But out comes Hitmonlee versus the Slowbro as he goes for Fake Out. Don't know why he switched out there, but that's just by the by. Out comes Tornadus as it goes for Knock Off. Knocking off nothing. So this is Tornadus obviously Z move. There goes the Hurricane versus Slurpuff as it goes for Taunt to stop it going for Belly Drum. But as a Mental Herb. Ooh. The Mental Herb coming through. I've never seen Mental Herb actually work in League before, ever. So... Shout out to you. But there's the webs. The webs are up. As it just goes for Defog. There's the Flamethrower. Probably predicting the Metagross to come in. But out comes Reshiram versus Tornadus. As it goes for Taunt again to try and stop the Sticklow's going back up. But there's goes for the Draco against the Slowbro. Goodbye Slowbro. And Reshiram picks up a kill. And out comes Kyogre again, which pretty much just shuts down Reshiram for days. There's the Scald. Does 46% as it goes for Draco. Why did you go for... I don't know. Why do you want some chip on this Kyogre? Possibly, but then you save it anyway. Huh? What? But Kyogre goes for Substitute. It's down behind the sub versus this Slurpuff. Goes for the Scald. Lives on 11%. So he goes for Energy Ball to break the Substitute. It doesn't break it. Huh. Insane. Why does that not break the Substitute? Slurpuff is supposed to be weak as hell. Jesus. How did that not break the sub? It was a super effective move, man. Energy Slurpuff, what are you doing? Slurpuff. But there's a Fake Out. Goes to Skull. Kicky Man lives on 20%. Rain is gone. Out comes Zigguard. 50%. And does he predict the high jump kick? Does 45% to Zigguard. You probably outspeed and just go for a Dragon Dance. Reveal the Ice Punch. Knock off. Knocks off the Zygarde lefties. As he goes for 1,000 arrows, knocks out Kicky Man, and that be just a Gliscor and a Reshiram to go. Out comes the Gliscor as he goes for Coil. Just Dragon Dance Coil. Dual setup. Interesting. There's 1,000 arrows. Does 59% to this Gliscor. As he goes for Earthquake, gets a crit, and goodbye Zygarde. Gliscor. Up killing against the Zygarde. Out comes Tornado as he goes for Taunt. Trying to go for the Substitute. Doesn't pay off. As he goes for Hurricane. I think that Earthquake is only a offensive move because he doesn't... Why do you Earthquake? As he goes for Inferno Overdrive, knocks out the Gliscor. Out comes Reshiram as it goes for the Tornadus, goes for the Taunt. As Reshiram goes just for the Blue Flare and just knocks out this Tornadus. And out comes Kyogre and just wins the game because Reshiram cannot touch this Kyogre. So... GG to the... Once again, the Johto coach has won 3 games in a row. have just won out of the blue going, yep. Johto is coming. I've come up to Kanto and told him who's boss because I think all of the games between Johto and Kanto Versoft have ended up in Johto win. I do believe so. Because the other game was a Kanto v Kanto. And we've had 3 Kanto Johtos. And the second game was... I can't remember. Obviously can't remember. But Johto's here to kick some butt. But I think the other game was Johto. But anyway, that was GG to the Greninjas right there. Kyogre putting in the work. Tornado's putting in the work. Mental Herb. Slurpuff was big boy play there. Big boy bring there. But we move on to our last game where we have the Wellington Horos who finished second place last season versus the newly promoted Cleveland Cavaliers coached by Slick. And the Wellington Horos are rocking Nidoqueen, Dialga, Komodo, Alolawak, Mega Kanga, and Thunderous Furion, whereas the Cleveland Cavaliers are rocking Mega Lucario, the other Thunderous, Roserade, Alola Muck, Jirachi, and Seismitoad. So, if I do so believe the Cleveland Cavaliers have only brought one of their Ubers. That is correct. They've only brought one of their Ubers, whereas the Wellington Horos have brought 2 with the Dialga and the Mega Kanga. So, it's going to be interesting to see if these lower tier non-Ubers can put in the work. Because Mega Lucario is a monster, but Alola is right there, and the Thunderous. So, both of them aren't going to appreciate. I mean, Lucario's not going to appreciate both of those. So, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be the Thunderous off. It's going to be Roserade, which is hidden gem in a freaking league because it gets Technician boosted hidden powers. So, it gets 90 base. Any type you want, barring Fairy, which is absolutely amazing. So, and he's got my best boy, Seismitoad, Wiggle, my ex-mascot. So let's just jump into the game and see how this last game pans out. So Elite with the Alolawak versus the Seismitoad. Out comes Kanga as it goes for Stealth Rocks on the Seismitoad. Mega Evolves and goes for Power Up Punch. So it gets a straight up to +2 on his Mega Kangaskhan. Versus the Seismitoad as it goes for Scald. Just 90%. Gets the burn. So very, very, very clutch for the Seismitoad right now as it goes for Wish. Goes for Icy Wind to slow it down. So why does he Wish Mega Kanga? Interesting. Goes for Scald, goes for Power Punch again, which is doing nothing a lot because he's now burnt, but he's +4 now and back up to full health, but he is burnt. So I think he's the same as +2 right now, I want to say, as he goes for Wish again. So Mega Kangaskhan is just Wish stalling right now. Never thought I'd see Mega Kangaskhan Wish stalling, but he goes for Power Punch again to get to plus max attack versus Seismitoad. It is burnt, but it is max attack, so it's still going to hit like a truck. If he goes for a move that isn't a fighting type move, goes for the Wish, he goes straight to get the perfect time to go out to his Mega Lucario. Switch out straight to his Lolawak, doesn't want to risk the switch out, so all those stat boosters are just gone like that. So out comes Seismitoad versus the Lolawak. So he goes for Will-O-Wisp to burn the Seismitoad, trying to burn the Lucario, but doesn't. So out comes Mega Kangaskhan again versus the Seismitoad, because now it can just sit there and go, haha, you cannot touch me. So gets both burns, goes for Wish again, Icy Wind, slows it down, so the Seismitoad can outspeed it. So it goes down to his Roserade as it goes down to his Dialga. Dialga is here. There's the pressure from the Dialga as the Wish comes through on the Cronus. It goes for the Dracomir on the Roserade, does just over half as it goes for Spikes. So all the hazards versus this team. Out comes Mega Lucario, predicting a Earthquake. Interesting. Maybe predicting Muck to come out there. Maybe I could Earthquake, but I did not see Mega Lucario coming out. But he goes for Close Combat. Sacks off his Big Mama. And Mega Lucario picks up a kill. And then Hot Bone comes out, takes all the chip from hazards as he goes down to his Seismitoad. As he goes for Pain Split. Very interesting. These sets are getting interesting, Wellington Horos. They really are. Wish Kangaskhan and Pain Split Alolawak. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So out comes Dialga again. Tried to Toxic it. Oh, who's the Seal type? You can't Toxic that. So you can switch him for Toxic. Out comes Jirachi. As he goes for Draco. Does nothing. Gets a crit though. Does 35%. So Cronus is now -2 fresh attack. Goes for the Psychic. Does nothing to a Dialga. So he just goes for Earthquake. Does 44%. A little bit of recovery. There's a U-turn. Probably into the Seismitoad. Yep, Seismitoad back out again. There's the Earthquake. Does nothing. The Seismitoad's a freaking monster with a wall. It's amazing. There's the Scald. Trying to get the burn. Gets a crit. does get the burn. So there's a Dragon Tail. Goodbye. Out comes Jirachi again with the burn. Earthquake might not kill this thing, but goes out into a Lola whack. As the spikes and the hop and all that goes down to 4% on this Alola whack. So you can't switch out and switch back in because he doesn't have recovery. I mean, has removal, should I say. So out comes the Thunderous Furion versus the Jirachi. As it goes for substitute, it goes for U-turn, doesn't break the sub. Out comes Alola Muck versus the Thunderous as it goes for Thunderbolt. Does 42% to this Muck as it goes for Poison Jab. Breaks the substitute. And now Muck goes out to Komodo. Interesting. Probably going to go for Poison Jab again. It just goes for knockoff. Doesn't get off. So Komodo uses its Z Clangorous Soul Blaze to. Muck lives on 6%. Gets back up to with its berry. So, but freaking Komodo's now +1/+1/+1/+1/+1. Goes for Earthquake. Goodbye Goop. And now Komodo's here to put in the work. So it goes for Clanging Scales. Thunderous lives on 23% as it goes for Hidden Power. Ice, I want to say. It has to be Hidden Power Ice. That could not be Hidden Power Flying, surely. That cannot be. So it goes for the Iron Head against the Seismitoad on the switch out. As it goes for Earthquake, knocks out the Seismitoad. And Komodo is picking up lives right now. It's picking up lives. Goes for Earthquake. Outspeeds the why does he not have priority? Yeah, there was a misclick, right, as you can see here, because I watched that and thought, hang on a minute, why did you go into Mega Lucario and not click priority? Because if you had priority, this Komodo would have been gone down. It would have been 4v3, and things could have been different. They really could have done, because Mega Lucario would still have been around. Rose Ray, Jirachi, Thunderous would all still be around, and then it'd be like, yep, okay, close game for the win. But Ivy comes out, goes for the Earthquake, knocks out the Rose Raid. Out comes the Thunderous. Just outspeeds it, could go for close combat, knocks this thing out, and that's GG to the Wentaro to pick up a 4-0 victory in week number 1. That concludes the Kanto Weekly show. Obviously, this was the MVP, Mr. Patriotism, the Komodo, picking up 6 kills there. Would have not have only picked up 2 if the unfortunately the Cleveland Cavaliers didn't misclick and not click E-Speed, but it is what it is. It is what it is. This is why it's the leagues like this, because stuff like that, it's usually one or two misplaps can still help you gain a respectable position, because it averages out because you play everyone once, so it just averages. So that is the final game of the Kanto Weekly show. Now, as always, we're going to look at the table and see what things are standing up, but it's week 1, so the table means nothing right now, because like you can't really tell who's going to be up the top, who's going to be in the middle, who's going to be at the bottom after week 1. You need to wait until like halfway through to work this out. But we'll look at it anyway, because in first place we've got the Wentaros because they picked up that 4-0 victory, and then we have the Black Sea Cums, the Chicago Grambles, the Fitted North Pass, and the Grand Prairie Ninjas all winning 2-0 and making up the next spots in the division. Obviously, because they're all on the same right now and all got the same goal knockout difference, it's in alphabetical order. So Grand Prairie Ninjas are currently in yellow because of alphabetical order. Alphabetism, love it. And then we've got the Boston Typhlosions in 6th place, who won their game against the Victoria Victinis 1-0. And then we've got the Victoria Victinis in 7th place. Then we've got Galatasaray, Honolulu Hoochers, Hungry Blue Boys, City Starlets, all that lost 2-0, making up the orange zone in the division. And then we've got the Cleveland Cavaliers at the bottom because of that 4-0 defeat because of the misclick. But next week, that could all change, because there's only a 3-point gap between bottom and first, so anything could happen. But if you guys have enjoyed this Kanto Weekly show, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as always down below. Leave any comments about how you want me to, if you want the series to change, or want me to analyse something different or different way of approaching it. Let me know down in the comment section down below, and I'll try and get on that for the next weekly show, because this show is for you guys to like get a recap and whatnot. So I'll do whatever. If it's doable, I'll do it 100%. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!